Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. I hope you're well on this nice and Thursday evening. Hello to everyone. Oh look, the comment section's quite full already. So hello everyone that's already right at the start. It's Nick here in the command chair, or the race chair should we say. So we're going to do a bit of blundering, the first ever blundering series on the Commodore Amiga that we've done, and only the second one that we've done live. We did a, hi Gumzo, hi everyone, we did a ZX Spectrum of Stunt Car Racer, which was pretty exciting. It went quite well on 360p. Thanks Julie, good to know that the sound's okay. And so we're going to do it on the Commodore Amiga. Now, people that are unfamiliar with Stunt Car Racer, essentially, you compete in 4 leagues. You start off in the lowest league, Division 4, and the aim is to progress to Division 1 and win, which is the main aim of this blundering series, which is going to run to about 4 to 5 weeks maximum. If I do it, great. If I don't do it, well, fair enough. Better to love than to never something or other. Now, you're versus 2 opponents in each race over 2 tracks. You get 2 points for a race win, 1 point for a fastest lap, and the person who gets the most points at the end of the season gets promoted to the next division. I'm sure you already know this already. And the person that comes last gets relegated, unless you're already in Division 4. And the person that finishes the middle stays in that season. So, now, difference to this version than the ZX Spectrum version is we actually got graphics of the people we're racing against. So I've already put my name in to save a little bit of time. We're doing Jumping Jack versus me. Now, the joystick I would normally use is a pro competition joystick, it's called. And there's a little bit of damage to it, which is great in racing games unless you want to turn right, which quite often happens in the stunt car race. You want to turn right, it's quite important. So I tried it on keys in practice, and I found that it wouldn't do multiple inputs. When I was boosting, I couldn't turn, so I had to default to the a PlayStation controller, which isn't ideal because it tends to drift off a bit with the analog joysticks in a straight line. So I try not to touch those. So there might be the occasional goof that happens. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but there might be the occasional unexplained goof. Anyway, so I need to concentrate. I'll keep an eye on the comments if I can do, but I'm going to have to do extra super commentating. Okay, right, so off we go. Had to adopt my race style, but hopefully it's coming clear for you. It's the Amiga version. Right, away we go. Now, Division 4, if I can keep it on the track, I should win quite easily because the opponents aren't very good. Now I should be able to throw it around a bit, but it is a little bit scary. But I played this game quite a lot in my youth, so I'm just going to fool about that. But I'm going to have to change my strategy a little bit, my driving strategy a little bit, because of the PlayStation controller. But I'm already 200 meters ahead, so as long as I can keep it on the track, we're cooking. Hooray! So the first ever Commodore Amiga blundering series. Whoa! Hopefully I win Division 1, but you really do feel the bumps in this game. It's absolutely Brillo pads. Never played it on the Amiga 1200, but I expect it might play similarly. Right, so I've already got a lead of about half a kilometre. This is, in the early days in this game, even if you go off the track, you've still got a chance of winning, but let's not do anything super silly. So the 2 races in this league, the tracks do get more complicated as we go on. The 2 tracks in this league are the Little Ramp and the Humpback. I'm going to do 3 seasons per blundering episode, so it might last about an hour to an hour and a half, just depending on how quickly I write off the car. But we're doing okay so far. This is much better than practice. I was flying off all over the place, so I seem to have got in the rhythm. This is the first version of Stunt Car Racer I played, and I absolutely loved it back in the day, but I was very amazed at how good the Spectrum and the Commodore 64 versions were as well. It's good on everything I've played it, but this is the definitive version, the Commodore Amiga. Last lap, looks like we've got fastest lap already. We're already about 1.2 kilometres ahead. Good. Now, this game is well worth tracking down if you haven't played it. Don't get demoralised if you go off the track a lot first of all, because it is getting used to the controls. That's a bit slow, I think I've gone off there. No, a bit quick. Now there's a crack going along the top, which I'm sure you know already, but I'll say it in case people are unfamiliar with this game. If the crack goes all the way across the roll bar, the red bit there, the car is a wreck. It seems to be, this version compared to the Spectrum version, seems to be a little bit kinder on the damage. you can crash into your opponent a bit more, but it's not advantageous to do so. So I think we've got this, and I've used all my boosts. So I've gone the optimum. Boom. So now I can check the comments. We've won that race quite easily. Eric, yeah, it is quite good. This version, it is quite good. I've always wanted to see a remake on this game, Greg SVR. It'd be absolutely splendid, wouldn't it, really? But yeah, there we go. So that's the first race. I'm glad my sound is coming off okay. But Gumjo, this version is really, really satisfying. So we're off to a good start then. And this version you got, well, a graphic telling you how well you've done at the end. So look at that crowd, they're pretty impressed. Even that guy with the white trousers on seems begrudgingly happy for me, although he looks like he's lost one of his hands. Hooray! Right, okay. Hi, EZ Day. Hello there, thank you for joining me. It's going to... At the end of each episode of this, I will save it, and well, I'll probably save it twice just in case something goes wrong. But the draw distance on this, Jason, is fantastic. You're quite right. And then the following week, we'll continue on. So 2 points and 1 point. Now it should show us where we are in the league. So we're racing against Jumping Jack and Roadhog, 2 races each time. They race each other, although we don't see that, fortunately, and we see who gets the most points. So you see I won that race for 2 points, and I got a fastest lap for 1 point. So that's pretty good. Next race up is the Humpback Bridge. What a fantastic game this is, and I think it's still my favourite race game on the Commodore Amiga. It's been another hot day, but my PC hasn't blown up into flames, so that's pretty good, isn't it? That's always a bonus. Always a bonus. Right. I was thinking of taking my camera with me, maybe on a future walk. Maybe blend that into the Friday chat. I'm still debating it. Try and make it a little bit different. Very about it. Yeah, it's good, isn't it, Neil? You see the faces in this one as well. Now I just want to blast away now. I don't want my opponent. There he is. Oh, he's got ahead of me. I didn't expect that. Right. Okay. So that makes overtaking a bit of a problem because they can knock you off the track. Oh, he's pulled aside. That's pretty good. Don't know why I did that. Sometimes they deliberately block you. Oh, we're side by side now. That's dangerous. Let's boost it round there. I wouldn't normally boost it round that corner, I don't think. Right, yeah, he's taking it a bit cautious here. So he's 100. He's already about... You can see in the display on the bottom left, I'm already about 200 metres behind. So again, it's me trying to keep it on the track there. But the tracks are very similar to the Spectrum version, although the graphics are a lot better, which you'd expect. The draw rate is a lot better as well. I have to watch. Sometimes the car bounces around the place, so I can't be too cocky. Come on. I'm quite prone to making a very rudimentary mistake on this. So that's lap 1, 55.79. We can probably get a bit of air on this. There we go. We're up in the air. As long as we fall down on the ramp going down, it wouldn't be too bad. You don't want to overshoot the track and come off the track at all. Got plenty of boosts left. Always on this bit, you give this maximum onto this jump, because that'll save you quite a bit of time. Land on that down rising. Good. So you can go around quite fast once you get used to it. Boosting around the corners is a little bit dangerous. But I seem to be doing okay with this PlayStation controller, so that is okay. But moves very fast, doesn't it? Moves a lick of a pace. Lick of a place. You've got to do 3 laps in each race. Right, okay, so I'm already over a kilometre ahead. I could probably crash off and still win, but I don't want to do that. Because the car might wreck, I suppose. There's always a chance the car might wreck. Whoa, so there we go. So, you know, we was live streaming for about 2 months, and I kept saying we was going to upgrade the internet. I was a little bit worried about it, but we've done it. We've done it. So because of that, and your support as well, it's made it possible. We can do like videos like this. Hooray! Other ones we could possibly come to, other Blundering series, and maybe Speedball 2. You got there's a lot of racing games as well, isn't there? There's Microprose Formula 1. That's a good one. But yeah, so many options now. But I thought I'd start with this because this is my favourite one. Right, okay. I'm making this look a lot easier than it normally is. But that's, you know, I've got a bit of kid's memory in here that's stuck in my brain. That if you played a game a lot as a kid, there's something still in there. I've run out of boosts again, but just by the finishing line. So here we go. 2 races, 1. That's going to be 2 fastest laps, I think. I don't think my opponent can beat 52.31. Hi Smithers, hope you are well. So the tracks start off quite gentle in comparison. By Division 2 they start getting a little bit naughty, and then Division 1 it's ridiculous. On the Spectrum I had to go round and round the track. Well, I had to do lots and lots of attempts there to try and do it. Thanks Bigfoot 2, I've got the skills so far. I've blundered to wonder. Well, I was expecting to fall off the track a bit, yeah. I was expecting to fall off, but we're doing okay. What's that comment, Jason? Wonder Woman. Dun 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 Wonder Woman. Right, race. There we go. I've gone off track already, but not in the game, fortunately. Right, race time 2 minutes 40.71 and best lap 52.31. See if you can beat that. It will save the results. So I've beat Jumping Jack on both of those. Now it's the same track again, and we must race Roadhog. As you can see from the scores already, he's already raced Jumping Jack twice, and Jumping Jack beat him a couple of times, it seems. Wins one, or beat him once. Wins one, laps none. So he's even slower. He reminds me a little bit of John Major, the Prime Minister. Thank you, Atten Kelton. Good evening to you as well. 4D boxing. There's 4D sports driving as well, wasn't there? It's like a combination of Test Drive 2 and Hard Driving, I think. Yeah, I think I've reviewed that one. I think so. Excellent. Right, oakley dokley do, for the sake of sounding a bit like Ned Flanders. Oakley dokley do. Drop dead, Flanders. Okay, now the little ramp. The little ramp, and it is a little ramp. There's a big ramp later on. Roadhog does look a bit like Dennis Norton, doesn't he? If you're one of those people. Yeah, I used to like Dennis Norton. It's another outtake. Yeah, he was good. That's the only thing I can remember him saying. If you're one of those people who said never walk with children and animals, what else did he do? That's the only thing I know. It just stuck with me as a kid, you know. Right, Grid Start. Yeah, is that PlayStation? Oh, that's on the Amiga. That's on the Amiga. No, that was terrible. We won't be doing that. Right, let's leave Roadhog for dust, so we can just drive around and maybe party about. There we go. Right, sling. With this PlayStation controller, you can really sling this thing about. I'm gonna have to rein this in on the later tracks, or else I'm gonna fall off. The stepping stones is going to be a problem as well, I think, on this. But anyway, we should do it. We should do it. Okay, I do like the odd impression. Some are a lot better than others. Let's go around here, right? I mean, yeah, you could get a bit seasick playing this. But you get used to it. They did well doing. Oh, that's a bit fast. They did well doing bare minimum scenery around there. So it's just mountains, I think, around the place. In practice, I was going off the track all the time. So it's a good job that I did practice it there. Ski jump does give you a bit of vertigo, definitely. Right, I've already got 600 metres. I think this is in the can. I think if I win this race and get fastest lap, I think the last race doesn't really matter, but we'll still try it, see if we can get a maximum. Boof. Right, okay. Quite often on the later tracks, I had to do it on the drawbridge, on the Spectrum one. If it's very tough to win, so sometimes if you go off the track on lap 1, you can hold back and then try and really blast it round using all your boost on the attempt to try and get the fastest lap to still get a point out of it. So that's something. So not all is lost, but you do have to watch. I mean, it's very hard to wreck your car on these opening couple of tracks, but after this division, yeah, it gets a bit easier. 47.19, I think. Did we go quicker before? Probably. It gets a little bit hairy as well when you've got your opponent right next to you, and it can knock you off the track at any point. Yeah, so I think this is pretty much done, I think. Right, okay. Let's go over here. Right, off we go. Give it full boost on here. So if you're watching this for tips on Stunt Car Racer, then hopefully I can show you some. I do know the speed to go on a lot of these, so hopefully they're the same as the ZX Spectrum version. Haven't changed too much. There we go. I didn't use all the boost that time. I had 2 left. 46.33. That's good. Yeah. On new consoles, Mr. Fishfinger, it would be absolutely amazing. I'm playing it, Jason, with, well, a controller that comes with a PS4, I think. So I had to make sure it was powered up because it then runs out of battery. But we got enough. It's up to full beam, so we're quite good. Yeah. a Brian Ferry impression from what was it? What was that? Roxy Music. Yeah, Brian Ferry. I always thought Brian Ferry, bad joke alert, he should have married a Britney Spears, and then she would have been called Britney Ferry. Hooray! Right, that's that joke done. Good. Right. There's a BBC micro version, is there, Neil, of that? That'd be quite interesting. Yeah. Okay. Right. I did try the PS3 controller, Jason. That was my first fault, but it wouldn't. My PC wouldn't recognise it, and I can't remember what it's called. But I downloaded some software, and although it didn't recognise that, it recognised the PS4 one. So I don't know why that would be. But I know at least I've got a way of doing this, because keys was a little bit tricky. I was about 2 or 3 seconds down a lap because I had to change it because I couldn't boost and go through. Yeah, I couldn't boost and turn at the same time, which is a bit weird. Okay, right, okay. We got the jokes. I can't guarantee you they'll be very good jokes, but you know, I'm talking off the top of my head here. Right, so nine points, flawless so far, with 3 points available. Even if Roadhog was to get maximum 3 points, he'd only end up with 5. So we've done it. So we can showboat now. If you want to see, I'm going to beat some of these times. We're looking at 2 minutes 40.71. Write that down in your notepads. Or 52.31, I guess. Okay, right. So let's take a bit of a breather as we versus John Major or Dennis Norden, whoever that may be. I don't think he can see very far, which is going to help us. Right, the Humpback. We already know the track, but if you was new to it, you can rotate it a bit. It doesn't change where you actually start in the actual race, but if you want to see what's what obstacles are about, then you're fine. On this one, really, all there is the Humpback, and then that's pretty much it. And then I think the next track, the next division, we've got the big ramp, which is a little bit hairy, but not as hairy as Chewbacca, and the stepping stones, which is heart in the mouth stuff. Right, thanks, Jason. I'll have to look at those. It's always good to have a backup, because quite often you don't see everything, but quite often something goes wrong in the stream, and I have to try and correct it midway. On the Commodore 64 one yesterday, something went it wasn't a biggie actually. We corrected it, but people watching that would have seen a bit behind the scenes. I had to move things about and add stuff in. Right. So yeah, Roadhog's going very, very slow. We won't be seeing him for some while. Just stay on the track, and then it's getting a bit more competitive. Thank you, Jason on patrol. So we're just warming up really with this first division. Hopefully I can get to Division 1, but yeah. After this, it starts getting a whole new different ball game. Okay. Now, another one we could possibly do, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, after this, there is, if you're unfamiliar with it, it is a homebrew, is Stunt Car Racer TNT, which is the new tracks, where someone's gone in and recoded new tracks. Instead of a red roll cage frame, there's a blue one, and the tracks are slightly different colour as well. I don't think those tracks are quite as good as the original ones, but it's good to have those an extra, because it does add a bit of extra life to it. So that's something we could look at. It'd be very interesting. Right, let's power this and go full boost here. I tend to take the boost off when I do the jump to try and save them a little bit. TNT Blundering, Neil, you're quite right. Right, I think we can get a bit of air here, but don't clear off the track. Yeah, so I'm doing quite well at the moment. But we don't need to win this race. But we're going to, I think. He says. Don't get too cocky. I said that earlier on. I'm really throwing the car about here. It's all about turning in at the right time. Don't turn in too early or too late. There's some horrid bumps on Division 2 and... Oh, that's too high. There's some horrid bumps on Division 2 and 1. I might get a crack in the thingamajig. Yes. Right, got away with that. Don't do that. Now, there's a horrible bumps in some of the later tracks which throw you off course if you hit them at a bit of an angle. But it's important not to... Yeah, look, I've lost concentration a bit there. Whoa, there we go. So I got too much height, but I managed to keep it on the track. So that was a good bit of practice. It'd be boring if it all went perfect, wouldn't it? So a bit of ventilation, and I'd imagine the car's a bit lighter now, so it should go a little bit quicker. Yeah, I don't think they coded that in. We've run out of boost, but I don't think we need any more. Ooh. Just pulled along. We did a 51.61. That might be the fastest lap so far. Was it a 52 point something before? Yeah, and that was 59. So that was 8 seconds slower that. But we ran out of boost and we got some massive air. Got massive air there. Cracking the thingamajig. You're quite right. Hooray! Say the crowd. Yes, they're very, very happy. See anyone you know there? They're not moving much, are they? Right. Well done to us. Yep, best lap, that can't be bad, 51.61. So I'm only going to see this league now again if we get relegated from Division 3, which could happen, but hopefully it doesn't. There we go. So Roadhog versus Nick. Nick gets 2 points, Nick gets 1 point. So fastest lap, and there we go. Now you might be watching this and you might have completed this game, but I think even if you complete Division 1, it goes back to Division 4 again, the Super League. And you just end up with a car that can go faster, and your opponents are faster as well. So a big hello to the 25 people that are currently watching this. If you're here all the time, then great. If you're here for a little bit and then go, well, thank you for dropping by. Much appreciated. It's all about having a bit of fun. It's not always about good gameplay, although it's pretty good so far, apart from that hole in the frame. It's all about easing stress, really, and kicking back and having a bit of fun and talking about random stuff. So changes, promotion for Nick. There's no one relegated because there's no one to relegate at all. Right, okay. So there we are. We waving my little cup around, and there's the back of people's heads. Normally I only see that when I'm at the hairdressers, when the mirror goes at the back, and I have to make something up. I think, yep, that is brilliant. Thank you for the haircut. Brilliant. Oh, thank you, Julie. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. The blundering continues. It all adds up, really. Goes in the kitty. Reinvest it back into the channel, and we make things gradually better. So excellent stuff. Thank you. Now, hopefully the alert will come up. It's been playing silly things recently. Is it going to come up? Well, there's a bit of a delay on it. It's there on the list thing. If it don't come up, I apologise, but it should do. But thank you. There it goes. There we go. I never doubted it. I never doubted it. Okay, cool. Good. So, High Flyer got relegated, you can see. Our new opponents are Bully Boy and the Dodger from Division 3. And it's the big ramp and the stepping stones. Now, I'm trying to remember what these tracks are like, but we've got a map and we should be able to remember how they go, shouldn't we? We won't practice because that's what a sensible person would do. This is about excitement here. Right, okay, so we're versus the Dodger. He's not wearing a crash helmet, but none of them do. We seem to be the only people that are into health and safety here. This is the race 3 of 6, so after this we'll see what the league table is. So you can see immediately at the bottom there is the 3 stepping stones we have to negotiate. I think we need a speed of around about 140 or maybe just over to maintain that to go over them. If our speed drops or we catch one wrong, the car's going to get wrecked because we will end up stuck in the middle and the crane will just crane us up and we wouldn't have enough run up to actually get there. And I think that's the only thing. There's a small, you might be able to see it, there's a small gap in the road, it dips down. But we should be able to jump over that quite easily. Yeah, I agree, Julie. It does add a bit of extra stuff to it. We can see the other racers. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Right, so it's a bit higher, this track. Yeah, turn the sun down. That would be good. Or move the earth further away from the sun. That might be easier. Or put a lampshade over it. That's it. The sun needs a lampshade. Right, I don't think I can burn off my opponent straight away here, but I'll try. He's 3 meters ahead. I think I'm going to lose it on the jump, and I've already started off too near the edge. I don't like that with analog joysticky stuff. Right, I've got a bit of a lead now. Now I'm going to have to really concentrate here. This, I don't think I need to hit that top speed. I think I need to land in a gully. There's the gully. I might have been able to jump over that. And the stepping stones, I think, are around... Cool, that's too high. The stepping stones are around here. Right, I think it's about just that. I think that's about the speed. Oh my god, I think I'm too far forward. I think I'm going to get away with this, but that isn't perfect. So easy to fall down the gap there. We've made it on there, so we only got to survive twice more around there. Seem to have about 100 meters on the Dodger. Can't go too fast over here because there's a bit of a drop, I think. We don't want to spend too much time in the air because that's when we lose time. Power down there, and I think this corner... Oh man, that was a bit of a bump. This corner there takes us to the finish again. Right, now we can power this and hopefully jump over the gap in the middle. There we go. Good. So it's a fairly short lap this, but 1 minute 01.59. Got the luxury, because we've got a big lead against the Dodge. I didn't expect to have it that high. Got the luxury here of being able to take our time a little bit and just nail everything. That's better. I landed in the gully that time. Yeah, I didn't expect him to fall back as far as this. But, you know, good progress can easily be lost here by overshooting. God, only just... Right, let's boost. That looks actually better than last time, to be honest. The amount of times I spent wrecked in between those stepping stones is unbelievable. Only need to pull that off one more time and then we're looking good. Haven't driven off the track for no reason yet. Right, 600 metres. Just now this corner. Right, accelerate. Once we... Sorry. Well, once you've got to the apex of the corner, it gets a lot bit easier turning in. Oh! Ooh! That was okay. That was okay. I was worried more than I should have been. Now, if you're in a hurry, there is a line where you can go over this and try and jump over the gully, but you take a lot more damage. So if you've got a bit of a lead with your opponent, that is a lot more safer. So really, I've just got to make this again. If I can make this again, we're looking good. Too fast. That's about right. Mind you, I think that's going to be okay, that. If you hit that 110 or too fast, you'll jump over a whole stepping stone and fall in the gap on the next one. This is looking perfecto. This is looking perfecto. Okay, good. Right, kids' memory coming back to me then, and we're doing okay on this. Just one corner left. 15 boosts. I've been very economical with it. Boost round there. I think we're going to get the fastest lap as well, because he's not going to beat 59.02, is he? This is going fantastically well. Haven't played the Amstrad version, Neil. It looks a lot like hard drive. I wish hard driving was like this in the Commodore Amiga. The conversion was weren't particularly good by Domark. Didn't mind it on the Mega Drive. Yeah. Oh, you got it on the Amstrad. It's much more. That's good to see. The colour had green. The Commodore 64 went a bit like this. Do seem to have the track sorted. Yeah, thank you, Greg Z. I'm quite proficient so far. We'll see how it goes further on. But as I say, we're going to do about 3 seasons. This is season 2. Time's going quite well. We're rushing through this quicker than the ZX Spectrum one, so maybe I can do another one. Who knows? Right, nice one. That was clean. Race time 2:59.81. Best lap 59.02. It's been flawless so far, so 2 points there. So it's not really blundering, is it? I've started off quite good. I think it's because we did maybe the Spectrum one first of all. My favourite games are racing games. Possibly I could live stream some more modern games as well, because I think that's what I'm best at. I soldier my way through most other ones, but there we go. So the Dodgers leading at the moment. He's had 3 race wins. Well, it's race 3, race 2. So Bully Boy. Bully Boy's got nothing. Yeah, okay, right. So it looks like Dodger's going to get all the points here, but we've already beaten him once, as this is his now last race. Okay, right. So we now have to do the big ramp, about 200 meters. Sorry to hear that, Brian. I hope that clears up soon. Right. So you see there's a few small jumps. I think that's the first ones we go over first of all. And then it bends round into that larger jump, which is huge. I think we have to hit something like 200 miles an hour or something like that to actually get there. Right, I should have practiced this one, but I think I know pretty much what to do from memory. I think we need about 170 on those small jumps, and then about 200 on the other jump. Right, okay. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. This is when it could start getting a bit, yeah, a bit mad. If you take off on the big jump and you're at a slight angle, you will go off into the distance. Right, okay. Later on, there's the high jump, which is like the big ramp with a big obstacle in the front. Now, I don't want my opponent in the way, ideally, here. I want the distance to do it on my own. Oh, but there's these moguls here I forgot about as well. Oh man, I forgot about them. And my opponent got a wheel in front there. I think this is 170. Oh, that's a bit low. Just got away with that. Just got away with that. If that was fractionally too low, we would have had it. Steady the car. Right, we need about 200 here. Here we go. Hang on to your haircuts, everyone. This could go good or bad. Whoops. Would you like to do this in real life? That looks good. Is it? Just. Good stuff. Right, okay. Good. We've done that. So 1 out of 3, and that is the lap. Now we know it's going to go funny here. It's going to chuck us about, so don't do anything with the analog joystick, Nick, or else you're going to go off. Right, okay, so 50.68, that's not a bad time. And we wanted about 170 here, didn't we? Or just over. Power up here, we need to get back to about 170. Not much room after the jump there. So don't want to accelerate too early or we go clean off. Good. And we know around this corner. Now, maximum boost, don't touch any directions. Maximum boost, and try and do it again. Thanks, Gumdio. I'm making this look really easy. It isn't. It's a very tough game. I must have eaten something quite good today. 47.43. Right. Okay. Someone's going to get a doubt soon. It's actually me playing. This is what I'm like at driving games. Right. Okay. Do more driving games, Nick. Well, you know. Apart from Colin McRae 1 on the PlayStation, I couldn't get to grips with that at all. So rally driving I can't do. That's a go. It does help when the pressure's off. When you've got a big distance against your opponent, you can do stuff. When he's right on you and you have to make risk for every tenth of a second, then that's when it gets a little bit trickier. Right, there we go. Forward. This is the last lap. We can just power around here, I think. So this is good. So we've won both races against the Dodger. Boom. Yeah, that's Xenon 2 music. Yeah, on the Amiga. On the Mega Drive version, Xenon 2, it doesn't play the music actually in the game, which is a bit of a rip. It's no reason why it couldn't, I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, stepping stones, Gumzo, you need a bit of a knack on it. You need to be doing, I think, just over 140, and as soon as you land, hit the boosts, and then you can go there. So it's a bit of a knack. I thought I was going to at least crash into one of them, but that's okay. But 2 races won. At least we know I'm not going to get relegated now. Probably. Well, I say probably. Yeah. So new track records. That's the first time I did it. 2 points and 1 point. Right, so. Yeah, so if Bully Boy wins both races, he'd have 6 points as well. So that's when I get a bit confused who they're actually going to relegate and promote. It's put me second at the moment, although I'm on the same points. I guess it's because the Dodger has scored more. So you get some odd decisions, really, on this final bit. I got a lucky promotion, I think, from Division 2 on the ZX Spectrum. I had the same points, but it promoted me and kept someone in the same division. If you are the Dodger or Bully Boy, then comment in the comment section how you're doing now. Now, this game, if I didn't mention it, which I don't think I did, was by Jeff Crammond, published by Microstyle, and it's either 1988 or 1989, I think. So, Stepping Stones again, this time against Bully Boy. He looks like he weighs quite a lot than me. More than me, I should say, but the computer doesn't take into account how heavy each person is. Okay, right. Oakley dokley doobly is... I've gone into Ned Flanders again, haven't I? Right. Off we go. The Stepping Stones, as was sung by the Monkeys, who kept saying that someone wasn't their stepping stone. I don't know who that was. Rightio. So, this first week you won't see me in a webcam, but that's something I'm working on to try and get fixed. I'm looking at the possible idea of using my iPad, but I don't know if that's possible as a camera because that'd be higher definition and easier to set up. But I'm looking for an app really where I can feed it through. I don't know if that's possible. If not, I've got a plan B, but I'll be looking at that at the weekend to try and get that set up, and then it'd be like a proper live stream. Then you'll be able to see me and everything, and I'll have to try and dress smart. Yeah. I'll let that one go, Brian. Yes, yes. I'll probably wear a race helmet on a future stream, maybe. No, I'm not gonna do that. It's way hot. It's way hot. Right. Okay. I'm not your stepping stone. Do 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 do. I don't know any other lyrics of that song. I'm not your stepping stone. Right. Whoa, boof. Right, it'd be good to do some modern games on here as well. I don't own too many modern. Oh, let's go big boost. No, don't do big boost. No, big. Oh, I've gone too fast. I'm committed. Right, that was way too fast, and I might pay for it. No, I got away with it. That wasn't the quickest way to do it. You need to fall in the gully, but I was just showing off. Right, so it's about halfway through, just over between 140 and 170 on the speed. There we go. No, not too fast, not too slow. It's like you need the Goldilocks approach. Goldilocks is not opponent in this. Don't overcook this because we're up in the air like a big roller coaster. Right, boost it down there. We're already 300 metres ahead. We've made short work of all the people, really, in these two divisions. Power through. That's right, Ace Rimmer. You can do that, or you can press. I think if you press fire button, that has the same sort of thing to it. There we go. So there's two ways of doing that. You can either go super fast and land about here, or you could go slower and fall in the gully about 140. I think going slower ends up slightly quicker, I think, but not by a great deal. I might be taking risks like that on the ski jump on a future one if we actually get to it. Right. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. So as I'm driving around, trying to keep my eye on the road, I will say thank you to all members on the channel, as I do through every stream. There, if you want to know what that's all about, if you look at join next to... God, why am I saying this while I'm going around here? If you look at join next to subscribe, there's this video which tells you a bit more about it. And it's that sort of thing that helps me going and keep producing the videos. Right, here we go, right. I've got past that, so that's one lap. Looking good, Robin Hood, was the phrase I've just made up. There we go, over there, good. Slow is always better. I can't believe how far, I'm sure I wasn't beating the people by this big distance there. Look on the bottom left, it tells minus is how far I'm ahead of my opponent. 1.3 kilometres, because that's in metres, I presume. This won't continue. I think the next division would probably be a bit crazy. Crazy, John Alazy. Right, okay. Right, let's just keep the booster press all the way around. Give myself a bit of a challenge. Have to sling it around. Ooh, slung that around like nobody's business. It's going forward. 58.02. I was a bit slow there. Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Neil. Thank you. So two have gone in. That's very good. Thank you. Right, marvellous, and the alert should kick in a moment. I've said this before, I will look at it once I've got everything sorted out. The alerts at the moment are all in red. I will change the colour depending on what system we're looking at. So red probably be Spectrum, and there'll be blues, greens. Not black though, that won't be a good alert colour against a black background, but you know what I mean. Joseph in his Technicolor dream coat. Hooray! Right, so it's all going very good, isn't it, so far on this race? There's the crowd, looking as motionless as ever. This is definitely before the lockdowns, before you could go and watch the races. I don't know where they was watching from. I couldn't see any stands, could you? I couldn't see any stands anywhere about the place. Race time, Nick, 2 minutes 54.66. I don't know if you want to write these down. If you're doing this at home, then that'll be fine. Right. You can see if you're quicker than me or not, essentially. Now I've got my quicker internet. I was always scared to turn on my PlayStation 4 because I didn't turn it on very often. And when I did, it always used to have a big download, which took about half an hour to an hour. And I turned my PlayStation 4 on today because I had to power this controller. And I thought I was going to have to wait half an hour and 40 minutes. It did an upload in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and there we go, and that's pretty special, isn't it? And I was impressed, and I played a bit of pinball, Jurassic Park tables, and then we were there. Good. Right, 30 plus in the back seat. Well, I'll get you to your destination. Don't you worry. So we've raced free, and we've maximised everything. And even if Bully Boy wins, he's going to get relegated. And even if he wins, we're going to get promoted. So, you know, it's just a little bit more practice. I don't know if it's easier than the Spectrum version or not. I mean, initially I thought it was. But I didn't know if that was because I was used to it or not. You can certainly, it seems like you certainly can take more damage on this against other opponents. And that might pay dividends later on. Right, so before 2 minutes 24.64, fastest lap is 46.53. Good evening, Bigsy. We're going quite well so far in this Blundering series. We've qualified from Division 4, haven't lost a race yet. We're already going to be promoted from Division 3, and we've got one last race against Bully Boy. You know, bullies never prosper, do they? So let's dispatch this nincompoopin. Right, so the big ramp again. I think I'm due a crash soon, but if I'm going to do a crash, it might as well be on this one because we've already won the league. Right, okie doke. Yes, there might be Friday or Saturday. There might be. It won't be announced. There might be an impromptu, or there might not, impromptu test stream where it's just me on a webcam or something if I can get it set up. There we go. I'll probably be watching that back there, but if you accidentally are in the chat there, I will talk to you because I'm that kind of a fellow, not a fellow from Shakespeare. Oh, look at this! This guy's got in the way. He's mucked up my speed, I think. How did he make that? He's going to land on top of me, isn't he? Oh, look. Now that's what can happen if you've got an opponent quite close to you. He can knock you off the track, and he really knocked me to the side. Hi, Dom the Bomb. I'm not doing too badly. I'm just being winched back onto the track. But we've already qualified. Right, okay. So a bit of work to do now. My opponent had a pretty good start and knocked me clean off the track. And now I don't know if I'm going to get enough speed to do this, because as a knock-on effect, this is going to be a bit touch and go, this. Didn't get much of a run up, and I'm already a bit to the side. Oh, just about made it. Right, now I've got a lot of work to do. So this is going to be a bit exciting. I'm going to have to use a lot of boosts. Right, try and look at the gap now. I'm 800 metres behind. 2 laps to get 800 metres. We're down to 700 metres. I'm going to have to take a few risks here if I'm going to catch him. But at the same time, try and be careful. I know those two comments just clash with each other. Catch that. That's perfect. That's perfect. He's only over there. 367. Stay on the track. That was a bit quick, that. Right, 400. He's opened up 400 in there. Yeah, I didn't really get enough speed there, but got away with it. The crack's halfway across. Let's boost around this whole corner, which is a bit ludicrous to do. 253. Look, I've got the fastest lap though, 47.7. Oh man. Right, I'm coming up. Right, he's really slow. Right, now what? Oh god, I get a bit of history repeated. I'm too slow. I'm too slow there. How did he get away with it and I didn't? Oh dear, we're going to be a wreck here because I haven't got enough speed there. Right, there we go. It's all gone. It's all gone Pete Tong. So that's a bit of a warning, really. The other opponent could be problematic, so you've got to give them a bit of leeway. So it's good that happened on this particular race, but we're still going to qualify. So our perfect copybook is damaged, but we're still on the track as all those sparks went up. Right, okay. So look at, there's my car there, and I'm still in it. This is the bit where someone a radio free from the pits. Nick, are you all right? Well, I've got a bit of a headache. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Bully Boy, that was his first points of the league, but he's still going to get relegated for his trouble, and just as well. He lived up to his reputation there and bullied me right off the track. Yeah. yeah, guns on the track would be quite good, Atom Kelton. That would be marvellous. Right, so race 4, wins 3, laps 3, points 9. Okay, so that's them taken care of. Promotion for Nick, relegation for Bully Boy. And now it's getting to the point where this game isn't really messing around a great deal. It's going to get super duper tricky. So we're versus Max Boost, who might be Bruce Forsyth, we don't know, against Big Ed, who seems rather proud of himself. High Flyer got promoted again from the division below, and Bully Boy's down to division 4. The quickest driver in this game is Hot Rod, but even then he sometimes gets relegated. Bad Guy is the worst person in Division 1, but still pretty good. And yeah, I don't know how we're going to do here. So Max Boost, named after a chocolate bar, and Big Ed, named after Big Ted from Play School, but they've taken the T off. I think that's how they got it right. Now, normally you'd save this and do a bit of practicing. It could be Brian Blessed, but I don't think it will be. Right, Ace. High jump. Right, now let's try and remember how to do this. I think the high jump is the first jump, so we really need to boot it round. The only problem is if Big Ed is round near to us, as we saw in the last race with Bully Boy, he can knock us off course. It's all about getting a gap from your opponent, or maybe hold him back. But yeah, if you don't get enough speed, you can crash into that pillar in the middle, and then it's good night, Vienna. It's not possible for the computer to wreck itself, Ace Rimmer, no. You can never knock them off. You can do join two Amigas together with a cable. I think you can damage each other's, but you can't. Yeah, you can't knock that, which is a bit of a shame, really, because I'd like to see the opponent's damage. Right. Big Ed, please drop back, Big Ed. We're level with each other, I think. Right, now, wish me luck. It's always the first one's the most difficult. Oh man! You could just slide a playing card between that. Right, he's still close to me. This we can power over this jump because it jumps over another hump in the road. I think. There we go, and land on the downside. Good. Now, around this corner is a bit of a straight, and then we need to really slow down because the road is at an unusual angle. But if you slow down enough, it should stick to it. Right, it's at a very odd angle. It's stuck to it like I hope. Right, so that essentially is the lap, I think, around this corner. Right, okay, good. Now the high jump gets a bit harder to judge. We need to be doing just over 200, but not a great deal over 200. So I need to feather it a bit. It's taken off early. Whoa, that looks okay. That looks okay. Good. Right. Okay. So we've got a big gap this time. So it's off to a good start. We know we can go super boosts over this. So there's a couple of tricky bits on here. The tricky bits are the high jump itself and the road around this corner after this straight, where you can go easily flying off if you go too quick, but you really need to slow down big style and try and take it a bit wide. So it's trying to pull me. It's trying to pull me off the track there. Ease off the boost around here. You could go fully into it, but we'll try and save it. Good. So that's 2 clear laps. See if I can put a third lap together. Just try and maintain the speed. So we want about 200 on here. We've got that. That should be okay, he says. Yeah, very, very close. It's so easy to overdo this or underdo it. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right, it's a perfect race so far, or near to it. Got 500 metres over our opponents, so only one tricky bit left, folks. One tricky bit, and that's the uneven angled road. Right, okay. Go and buzz round here. Boost, 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 boost. Brake like hell. Stay on the track. Good, it stayed on, it stayed on. So I hope I'm providing you a bit of excitement here on a Thursday evening. Yeah, I have to change my driving style a bit with this controller, but that's brilliant. So maybe this PlayStation controller is what I needed all along. Whoa, he says as he drives off, but you know, they've cut the camera and I didn't land. We probably had a parachute here. Yeah. Just thanks, Dale. Just stream playing this all the time, Nick. I'll watch. Would you? Would you watch me playing this all the time? I'd like to get the modern day Formula 1 game, get that working on the PlayStation 4. That'd be good to stream, doing a few laps and talking rubbish. That was quite good there. Hi Matty, hello there. Just back from your walk. Oh, I hope you had a good one. I went for a walk today. It went a little bit hot. I might take my camera with me when I go on another walk, do a Friday chat there and edit it there. It won't be so professionally put together because it'd be me just talking to the camera walking along. But I think it might mix it up a little bit. I'm still debating that. And then next week we'll go back. So sort of like mix it about a bit. Yeah. Oh, Codemaster, I'm just reading your comment there, you old gamer Steve. Codemaster's a bit buggy, is it? Oh, Jeff Cramland's one. Sorry, I've just read the one above that. Right, okie dokie. Ugly doggly. That was great, wasn't it, Microprose Formula 1? I like the editors that come out with it and change the colours of the cars, the drivers, their skills. We had great fun with that back in the day. Run a bit better on an Amiga 1200, to my knowledge. Right, okay. If you had a few sneaky cans on the way, well, that's what it's all about, Matty, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Right, Big Ed versus Nick. So 3 points then from that. What was the other race we need to do? Oh, the roller coaster. Right, we're up very, 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 very high on this one. Very high in the sky. Yeah, this is a little bit tricky. This is one of those ones where you need to memorise it, or you could just jump off the track. There's some really steep jumps where you need to be a bit slow. Right, okay. Right, time goes very quick. We've almost been playing an hour. This is is this the third season round? Second season, third season. Right, there we go. Life is a roller coaster. Yeah, as Roland Keaton sung. Life is a roller coaster. It's not a toaster. I think that's what he said. But it does feel a bit like a toaster today. Yeah. Roller coaster. Da, da, da. There you go, Neil. That's for you. Right, 78 boost. Come on, drop me. Right, okay, now I could be going off the track quite a bit here. Especially if he starts to block me, so brake. Yeah. This is when you need tactics now. Don't want to go super... Right, okay, right, so let's keep him there. Let's try and brake, because there's going to be a bit of a drop here. I've gone off too fast looking at that because... Oh, man. I went so slow off that. Right, let's not do anything. Keep your hand off the controller and recover it. Right, recovered. Didn't take too much damage on the crack, but he's opened up a lead of about 126 metres. Let's just keep him in. Let's just keep him in sight. He isn't disappeared. We can still see him. How fast is he down here? Still quite fast. Right, okay. See, he's slow along here, but we don't want to meet him right at the bend. Oh, let's do it anyway. Oh, my word. That was crazy. Talk about weaving. He weaved right across. I was lucky not to knock off the track there. I still haven't got rid of him. Come on, let's boost. Let's get some distance there. That's naughty. I've taken quite a lot of damage on lap 1. Hopefully the car holds up. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not sure if the car's in good enough nick to survive all the way 2 laps. I don't know, though. Okay, right. Bit too slow there. We don't want him catching up again because he's a naughty customer. Is that going off the track? Oh! Got some sparks there. I thought we was going off the track. Now, if I can stay in the lead for the second half of the lap, I think I'm a lot quicker than him on the second half of the lap. So that's where we can naturally pull some distance round without even... I'll just stay on the track, Nick. Stay on the track. I've been a bit late with some of these. It's only 40 metres now. Right, he can... That's right close, isn't it? That's right behind. He's tracking me now. Don't let him put pressure on you, Nick. Right, that's opened a bit of a lead round there because I went a bit quicker than I should have done. 200 metres, that'll do us. Right, let's just play with what we got now. So as you can see, hopefully, this track is a lot more difficult than those earlier divisions. There's a lot more jeopardy, and the track is a lot longer. Now, my intention was on the stream just to do 3 seasons to get a bit of mileage out of this, but if we finish a bit too soon, not saying I'm going to get promoted, we've still got a few races left to do yet, what I could do is practice Division 1. Do a practice on maybe the ski jump or something. That's too far, but might be... No! God! God, dearie me. I need to be... I'm too near the inside there. Go easy, right. Yeah, I think we're okay. If this is a Spectrum version, I think the car will be wrecked by now. We've got 290 metres, right, let's just get off the boost. Don't worry about the boost, just drive around normally, we can monitor it. I don't think he's going to get a fastest lap, is he? Well, he can boost down there, that's okay. Now, boost off really easy. Okay, we'll boost along here because there's no jeopardy there. The crack seems okay. So 55 seconds. The lap takes about 1 minute 20. So I know I've got to just last roughly that sort of length of time. Certainly doable. He's not going to get 200 metres back unless I do something particularly silly. So the most dangerous bit seems to be on the first opening jump where I could potentially go off. I need to maybe go a bit wider there. So... yeah, if I go central, I think I was too near before. 122. So that's the race 1. Good. Right, okay. So. Good. Let's read a few comments then. It is supposed to relieve stress. It is a bit of fun though. But your heart is in your mouth a lot of the time there. That's fair. That's fair comment, Matt. Easy. Woo. Yeah, on Spectrum Blundering, I did do it eventually. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Woo. Right, 4 minutes 03. So it's a longer race, this one, isn't it? And then 120. Right. So this is going a bit too good. So I've got 2 races, 2 wins, 2 laps. What's the rub here? It never goes this easy. But that was a tough race. I almost went off the track twice, but Corsets, that could have gone way wrong, couldn't it? Went off the track twice there. And now we're versus Bruce Forsyth, or as he likes to call himself, Max Boost. I don't think he was born with that name. I think he changed it by a D-pole. What a wally. Let's laugh in his face. But anyway, he's a good racer. I think he's only one of Dick Dastardly. He's got nice teeth. He's not wearing a crash helmet, so he should be fined for that. Right, high jump. Okay. Had a few close calls in this one as well. We can do this, right. Specky skills have been transferred across. Yeah, I'd say so. Good game. Give us a 12. He always used to say that. I'm the leader of the pack, which makes me such a lucky jack. That was one of his ones as well. Well. Right, hang on a minute. Let's let him go this time, because before we was knocked off the track, weren't we? I think I've showed him too much respect. Oh no, I've read that wrong. I should have... oh dear, I've done this wrong, folks. I got my tracks mixed up. there. I was too busy in reverie. Right, this is going to be painful. Right, sorry about that. That was a huge mistake. I made the critical error of getting my tracks mixed up. I lost concentration. Oh, this is a right nightmare. First bend. Right, we're chasing again. We're chasing. Go. Heavy on the brakes. That's too fast. Got away with it. Oh, get off those analog joysticks, Nicky. Don't touch them. Right, there we go. Right. 1 minute 4. It's going to be very hard to catch him back. Have a look at it though, just so we can get... so we might be able to get a fastest lap, so it might not be all lost. 54.93, you can see on the bottom right. That's his fastest lap. So we're going to try and beat that and then just survive. Nothing for a pair. Not in this game. or a crash or a wrecked car. Don't want to run out of boost though, do I? Because we might need those for this jump. Reeling him in ever so slightly. Heavy on the brakes, heavy on the brakes. Back into the... Oh, he's only just there again. What's the gap? 49.83, so I'm 4 seconds quicker than him there. Surely he won't beat that. Just land this. The gap's coming down all the time. This is going to be close. I'm not going to catch him before that bit of road though. That, or am I? That goes awkward. That's where there could be a big problem. It's going to be a big problem in a minute. Right, I can overtake him on... Right, it's risky. There he is. He's on to one side. This is when it's all going to go wrong. Heavy on the brakes, heavy on the brakes. He's... Oh! He caught that. He caught that from nowhere. I was way too low into the corner. Oh, yeah. In your face. In your face. Yeah, that's how you do it round this town. Hey, cool, that's amazing. Good, good, good. Well, that's how you do it. Holy cow, indeed. That's how you drive in this town. Good, good, good. Good stuff. That's my favourite race so far. That's my favourite race so far. Right, okay. This is Division 2 at the moment, but I could win Division 1. I won Division 1 in the Spectrum one. Best lap. I got a fastest lap there, but that's just against myself. Woohoo! So 2 points there, and 1 point. One race left, but I've already won Division 2, regardless of what happens. I'm storming this. This didn't happen on the Spectrum one. I think initially I had a problem with Division 2. I had a problem initially, and then I got relegated and went back up again. But this is good, so I've got to remember to save this before we turn it off. But one more race left, and then we won't jump into Division 1. I was going to do 3 seasons, but we're zipping through. I'll probably do a practice of both tracks and see what they're like. It gives it a bit of hype for next week. But, you know, if the Blundering series is over in 2 weeks, then we're going to have to think of something else. Or maybe, as I said before, right early on, we could do Stunt Car Racer TNT, the new tracks. Hurrah! Right, which I'd need a bit of practice on, I suppose. Holy cow. I like that phrase. Holy cow. I don't know where it come from. There's a holy... sounds like something Robin would say in Batman. Holy roll cage, Batman. Well, that's a good game I could do on the PlayStation 1. Roll cage, that's good. Right. TNT would be goof. It would be. Yeah, that's right, Costado. It's got much higher frame rate, yeah. And now you're seeing it a little bit clearer, aren't you, now, as well? Right, we've already won this league. As before. Now, I don't like this being this far out here, because, as I say, I was almost driving off the track both times. Looks like we're going to have to do another daring overtake here at some point. There he goes, with his square wheel car and his red vehicle. Gone off too fast. Way too fast. Nick, concentrate again. Oh, look at that. That's going to be painful. Is it a hole in the road? No. Now, on the TNT, the new tracks, instead of racing a red car, it's blue. So everything that's red's changed blue, essentially. I've let him get a bit too far away, haven't I? Anyway. I haven't seen the BBC Masterport Mixels Labs. I haven't seen that. I'll have to pick that up, I think. Or actually keep in touch with it. So every version I've seen so far, though, has been pretty spectacular. So hopefully that's spectacular as well. Right. I seem to be a lot quicker than him along this straight here. Well, I say that, I'm not really gaining too much. Just keep him in my sights here. I'm just stalking him from behind. I think by the time we go over the finishing line, I'm going to be right behind him. Yeah, this is like a perfect place to overtake when I'm closer to him, but I'm nowhere near at the moment. Right. Now, as we perform those other laps, I was a bit too close. Let's get a bit side there. I've got a bit more time to work with here. So my chances of going off the track are low, because I'm slightly wider into the corner. Back on the boosts. Don't want him to get away too far. Now, I always go too quick over here, so let's brake it. I like to brake it. Still, a bit... Right, I'm going to have to take a few risks here, because he's just a little bit too far away. I thought I was going to naturally catch him up, but that's not actually happening here. He's got some air, I've got some air. We've both got air. I sound like I'm in a French class when you went through the verbs. They've got air, we've got air. The teacher's got no hair. Right, I've suspended. Right, come on, let's boost along here. We're going to have to do something to get inroads here. We've got loads of boost left. It's lap 2. The crack isn't looking too bad across the roll cage. Right, let's try and make... Oh, look at the boost round this bend. Let's try and keep it there. Right. Closing distance quite short. I don't really want to hit him on a corner. Oh, man. Going to be a risk. Right. This could be it. If he... Oh, just stay on the same... Oh, he's weaving across the track there. I want him to stay on the same line. Right, I had to brake there. Who's got the fastest lap? I don't know. I think he has. Right, I think it's going to have to be a case. I'm going to have to... He's just a bit out of range the whole time. And that was landed terribly. Right, I'm going to have to keep my finger on the boost most of the time now after we get over here. Oh, he's too far away. He's going to win this race. Well, I've got traction quite early on here. This is going to take something a bit interesting. Right. Boost City, this is going to be. I might fly off the track. Let's get back in traction with the track. I think he's got the fastest lap, so... Oh, dear. Yeah, that's a... I don't know, I've had a few good rescues so far in this. Oh, that's too wide. Gosh, Struth. So it's all about the fastest lap, I think, here. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch him. He's too far ahead. Just don't take your finger off the boost here. It's definitely brown trousers time. I'm going to have to take an unconventional overtake. If I can do. Hello, sir. We're going to drive through you. Have I done it again? It's won by 24 metres. 117. I think I took the fastest lap as well. I'm storming this game. Oh man, right. That was another great race. Look at that. It's definitely a photo finish. He got back in the lead at the end there, but not completely. He's done it. Two records as well. 357.7. 170. So sometimes if you're a bit behind, you really have to risk it with a boost. I kept my thumb down the whole time. The pit crew were telling me to slow down, saying my tyres wouldn't last, but I said, look, I can't drive around like a grandma, like Verstappen said to his crew, and I done it. So there we go. Thanks, Matty. I done it. I think there's another Grand Prix, isn't there, this weekend, the Spanish Grand Prix. Since the tyres are a bit lighter, Mercedes might have a bit of bother again. Clean sweep. That's the first time I've done that, I think, on Division 2. Yeah, I'm getting quite good at racing games. Well, this racing game. So 1 point for max boost, just 5 points for Big Ed, and a maximum for me, and that means super duper promotion and relegation for boost. But burnout free takedown Blundering. There's lots of options now, isn't there, really? Hooray! So I won Division 4, I won Division 3, and I won Division 2. Look at that, I'm in Division 1. Oh, Hot Rod got relegated, so that gives us a chance because he's the best person in it. It was a brilliant race by Max. It was, you're right, Costado. He really timed it well, didn't he? I mean, why can none of Max Verstappen's teammates get anywhere near him? I mean, are they giving favouritism or is he just that good? I mean, Pierre Gasly didn't get near to him and Albon's not getting near to him either. Right, what we'll do... I was just going to do 3 seasons and then end the stream, but we're only about an hour and 7 minutes in, so I won't jump into Division 1 just yet. We'll do a bit of practice, which will keep us in good stead for next week, and then we'll tackle Division 1. So in Division 1, we haven't got an opponent on practice, but in Division 1, there's the ski jump, which is pretty tricky. So I'll drive you around there and we can see the tricky bits. And there's the drawbridge, which is a very dangerous track because, just like a drawbridge really, there's bits that's going up and down, if you attempt the ramp when it's too steep, because it stops as soon as you touch it, you go too high and take some damage. You need to get it on quite a low trajectory, go about 140 or 120. Yeah, I agree, Custard. If you put him in he's gonna be world champion, isn't he? Really, it just depends who he's going to be up against. Whether it's going to be Charles Leclerc. I still don't know how quick he is at the moment. I think he's quite good, but I'm not sure he's on Verstappen's time. I think George Russell's pretty good, but he's never been in the best car, has he? So how quick is George Russell? Yeah, that's good. And Lando Norris, of course, is always circulating, isn't he? So that's the future drivers. Ocon, I'm not overly convinced with, but yeah. Right, so a bit of practice. Let's do some ski jump. Practice makes perfect, in theory. So that's been a really good run, isn't it? Division 4, 3 and 2. Then we'll after we've done one of each track, we'll save it. And that's good. So I've been doing quite a lot of live streaming this week, I must admit, with the tests and everything. So thank you everyone that dropped by the Amiga one, which paved the road for this, really. And also the Mega Drive one. Not sure how many Mega Drive streams we do, but it might drop in the occasional one. Atari 2600 had to take a bit of a back seat this week while we did a bit of testing. So the only things I really need to test now is like a webcam test and PlayStation 4. Do you know something? I've even forgotten the track from last time. I think I can go a bit quicker there. That's two. I'm going to be off, am I? Oh. Rescued it. I forgot the track a bit there. Now this time you don't want to go too quick here. Now this bit's the ski jump. Wait till it angles downwards. Ski jump. Now I think we need to hit it about 170. Oops, I've gone way too quick if that is the case. Need to hit the ramp. Too slow. So this is why it's always good to practice. I think I need 200 there. And we're off. So practice always makes perfect. Yeah, so you need about 200 on that ski jump. So I took it a little bit too slow. Matty says Lando Norris in a decent car would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, him and George Russell, I mean, it'd be interesting. I mean, in his first season with McLaren, Lando Norris, he was rather dwarfed by Carlos Sainz, isn't he, that was going to McLaren. Was going to Ferrari. All something's happened with the controller. I can't seem to drop it. Right, 2 seconds. I think we've got a systems failure right at the end, folks. I can't seem to drop the car. Right, you might notice it paused for a second. I need to do a bit of working, but we was on a pretty good run there for a bit. And maybe I need to default to keys. Let's say something stopped working. Let's put that there. Right, that's worked. That's worked. I turned it on and off again, and that's always a good thing. So good job that didn't happen actually during the race, eh? That would have been disastrous. Right, off we go. That's how you learn from streams, with stuff going wrong. It makes it stronger and stronger. So thank you everyone supporting me on the 360p ones. I know I say that a lot, but thank you. He'll be an expert at some stage. Right, round the track we go. I think we can go over there a bit quicker. Go over this one a bit quicker. Jump over the hump in the road. That's it. That feels a lot better. Now it's trying to get the speed here, because it looks like it's different to the speed needed on the ZX Spectrum. Need to boot it. 200 we need. That's a bit closer. That's closer. So it is 200. It is 200 that you need. Yes, I think I've learnt that now. So just a bit more practice in my spare time, and then next week we'll be good to go. But I very much doubt I'm going to win it on my first go, because it is a little bit tricky. Round we go, round we go, round we go. Heavy on the brakes. It's all about being like in like a Le Mans 24 hours, where the controller breaks down or something like that, and then we need to correct it later on. On and off again always works. It always works. Come on, up to 200. We ain't got much room to do it. So that's going to be the trickiest bit. Doing that when I've got an opponent next to me. But I sort of like... That's good now. So on this practice, I sort of like know the speeds of stuff. It's just trying to pick up... Oh, it's wrecked. That's because I had that problem before. So really, you need to maintain the car. I only had about 30 metres to go to the finishing line. So that was quite close, but I did have an opponent with me there. But considering we fell off the track, we seemed to get a fair distance on that one. And let's have a practice of the drawbridge then. That's good, good, good. Right, cool. If that controller had failed during the race, that would have been... Can you imagine if I was just about to win Division 1 and then suddenly we went off because the controller went wrong? It's all about drivers, I think. If we had a more conventional controller in, which didn't have all the its and bits in, I think we'll be pretty much okay. What I should do is set up keys as a backup so I can flick over to them. But doing that mid ski jump is probably not the best thing to do. Right, drawbridge, right? It goes up and down, and if you go too high, which I've sort of done here, gives you a bit of bother. So you've got to judge the speed of what the angle is, and you want to drop on, so that's just about okay. Right, so that's fine. I did okay there, and the rest I think you can boot round, I think. I know you can do a big jump here, I think. Yeah, and land on that down bit there. What crack in the thing? Yeah, not too much of a crack there. Good. There's a very long lap, I think, this drawbridge. All about maintaining the car. That's nothing up there. I think that's a jump, but an inconsequential one. And that just leads us to a bit of braking on this very tight corner that comes out of nowhere. It's very easy to overrun that one. Boost, we can boost around here, but then we need to slow down quickly, because then we'll get too much air and lose too much time. Because more traction with the road, and you're there. Thanks, Julie. It's good you can finally see that. Now, from here, we can just boost around here and get some air. And this is when, on the Spectrum version, I was a lot quicker than my opponent. But the problem is, if your opponent... Oh! God, yeah, keep away from that analog, Nicky. If you keep away... If your opponent hits the drawbridge first, that's... Right, I don't want to go... Right, well, I'd never do this in a race, right? But we're going to reverse, because that's too steep. Yeah, so the 7020p, you can really see that thing. So you need to be going up as it goes down. Lock. Well, it weren't perfect, but it was better than the angle we had before, I think. But I think we've gone a bit too quick again. We do seem a little bit high up in the sky. Oops. What was I doing there? I was waiting for the thing. Oh, I'm going to be off the track, am I? Yeah. I was waiting for the thing to get at the right angle, and I crashed anyway. Oh dear. So more practice required. More practice required. But there we go. You were born to play this, Nick. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. I was maybe. But you need to do a bit. So let's do the drawbridge again. We'll practice one track one more time each, and then we'll say it's the we'll say it's the end of week 1 of the stream. See if I can get it, and you'll see from that how far off I am from winning Division 1. Have we got a chance? But at the moment we've got a sort of a chance, but I need to batch down the certain things. Yeah, the game certainly needs remaking. It's really good, as I say. You really feel all the bumps and stuff. That I've hit that at the wrong time again. A lot of this track is damage limitation. So if I go off here really slowly, we should be okay. Yeah, just about there. Look at that. But you know, you can lose or gain so much time. I mean, when I was on the Spectrum version, I was trying all different strategies, like holding back, letting the computer go, and catching up, trying to catch up on the last thing. But a lot of it is down to luck, really. If you get lucky on if you get lucky on the first one, then you're okay. But it is a right pain. It is a right pain. I mean, I went back to trying to see if I can get the fastest lap, and then trying to win the ski jump. That was my thing. But I think I was quite lucky when I won Division 1, because all the opponents spread the points, and I won the league, I think, with about 7 points, which isn't very many, but it was enough to win. I think it was about 7, or not much more. Yeah. Right. Okay. Brake from there. So this is a very fast straight, and slight ease off the boost into a banked corner, and then we can blast all the way down here. There's a jump here, but downwards over the finishing line. There we go, and then there's a drawbridge now. So who knows the timing of that thing? It's the wrong timing again, isn't it? It's going up. Well, it's going down. I think that's probably better. I think that's what you want it on. 140. Do it like that. You do it like that, and yeah. The drawbridge is a pain in the ass. You're right, Neil. I know YouTube has censored your comment. It censors comments for no reason sometimes. But I wouldn't say ass is particularly bad. But I haven't gone very fast off. I've gone very fast off there. Right, Nick. Practice, practice, practice. But stay on the track. Stay on the track, you anorak. There we go. It's like listening to Martin Brundle. That's good. Give me a job then, Sky. I'd take the job. Right, round the corner. It's. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this game if you had to do like manual gears? There's no gears in this one. It's just boosts. Getting a bit of elevation here. I'm not going to ease off here. I always say don't do quickly because you get too much height. But that's how it is if you do too much. A few moguls on the left and right hand side. Hold that. Boost it. I like to boost it. I like to boost it. Now, on the Spectrum, I think the fastest laps was about 1 minute 12. So we're quite a bit slower than that. But I think that's probably because this thing here. Look, it's right on the wrong bit again. Right, about 80, would you say? I don't know. Well, oops! Another thing for a problem. Now, this is this point where if I was in the lead of the race, I'd be worried about making it all the way around without wrecking the car. But let's just see if I can shepherd it to the end, because that's going to be a bit of practice. But sometimes if you do the speed right, obviously 80 is too fast. Even on the highest angle, it seemed like you're going terribly slow. But at least you'd land it, and if the computer opponent's got the same angle, you're not going to lose anything. Right, the car's very close to being wrecked here. Just going to see if I can. Oh, it is wrecked. It's wreckedly ruled. So you know that is going to be a little bit tricky. The drawbridge. It's going to be a little bit tricky to do. So we had 2 practices on it. We'll just do one last practice on the ski jump then, and then we'll say it's the end of week 1. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, probably 50, Bigfoot 2. Probably 50 we need to do on the highest one. And it looks like there, most of the time in the race, I'm going to be going off at 50. But I think one strategy would be that you'd let your computer opponent get away by about 200 metres, in the hope that he hits it at the high angle and you just catch up, and then the thing goes at the low angle and then you're right behind him. But, you know, what do I know? What do I know? But yeah, definitely get better with practice, because you get confidence in the corners and how far you can smash the car around. So generally there's a technical problem of some description at some point in the stream I need to sort out. This time it seemed very minor again, which I take a bit of heart from. And it was just that the controller stopped working. See, look, I leant on the analog there and almost got off the track. I don't think that's quick enough, is it? It's just about. Oh, that's perfect. Right, maybe I should do that every time. But at least the sound hasn't gone off or anything crazy like that, which is a bit more harder to try and figure out what to do. 51.21. That's not a bad lap, I think, from memory. I think I've got a chance here of now. Oh, I'm not far off. I'm not on it already of actually being quick enough to take on my opponent. It's just seeing where your overtake positions are on this. Just trying to work out where your overtakes are, what's safe to do, because as you can see from Bully Boy in that race, it's quite easy for someone to knock you clean off the track. Get to 200, bit short, but might get away with it. No, oops. See, there we go. I leant on something there. I went off something, so that's something that can happen as well. But definitely need to practice these 2 tracks. I'm miles away. I'm almost in another game. Right. Now this is when the controller went wrong before, wasn't it? Yeah. So let's say I did that on purpose. Just to make sure the controller was okay. It was all a part of my master plan. Right. So lap 2. Now, on the Spectrum version, when you went off the track once, it was pretty much game over. The car would wreck. This seems to be a little bit more easy, but, you know, you'd have no chance of winning the race here, but you might have a chance of grabbing a fastest lap here. Right, we know we can go maximum speed off this thing. Right, so this is where it went wrong before. So let's glance at the controller. What did I do wrong? I think when I tried to brake, I glanced at the control. There we go. So keep it straight. I only need to be hitting boost there. I don't need to be hitting anything at all. So I don't need to hit accelerate when I've got boost, because it does that for me. So that's what I need to do. I've tried to hit accelerate forward, glanced on the controller for the right, and it just went off on the jump. There we go, lap 3, and that's what we need to do next week: the drawbridge and the ski jump. Yeah, a VR version would be be absolutely crazy. It would do there. Okay. Good stuff. So I will save it before we go. So hope you liked that week 1. There wasn't any lag, which was good. I started off quite well. Few races. I went off and had to try and catch people up again. Big thanks to Neil and Julie who did the super chats. That goes in the pot to keep me paying for the improved internet, because I don't want to drop that to 360p at any point. That would be terrible. So thank you for that. Thank you to the members as well. Yeah, good stuff. There might be me mucking about on the PlayStation at the weekend, if an impromptu stream. I don't know about that. But thanks for watching again, everyone. It's really appreciated. Have a wonderful evening. And yeah, I'd like to see you next time. There'll definitely be a stream on Monday, which will be ZX Spectrum. There'll be another one as well on Monday. It might be Atari 2600. It might be something else. I'm not quite sure at the moment. So there we go. Thank you once again. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.